Welcome to the 2015 Rally America National Championship, combining some of the world's best drivers on some of the toughest stage roads in North America. Through 8 rounds of racing spanning coast to coast across the United States, through mud, snow, dust, and forest, one radio show is there covering all the action. This is Rally America Radio. All right, we're coming at you here from the First Service Park, day number 2, 2015 New England Forest Rally. Got David Higgins just pulling in, and man, it's wet conditions. All that downpour we had earlier, I told you about, it just kept coming and coming. Finally starting to breathe a little bit, but man, these conditions out on stage are definitely going to be tough for these drivers, especially when they declare tires nice, warm, dry, and we're talking about the front-running teams, and and now all of a sudden complete 180-degree switch. So definitely should make for some interesting stories as we move around the service park here. It's short service, 20 minutes, so we're going to try and get as many interviews as we can, but definitely going to be cut short on time. All right, catching up here, Travis Pastrana, first service park of day number 2. How's everything going out there, Trav?
Going really good. We're staying on the road. Well, it rained pretty hard this morning, so it's weird because there'll be 3 or 4 really good corners where you start getting in a flow, and then one corner where we're just off the road. So it's definitely looking at the lines from Ken and Dave, and those guys are absolutely on the gas. They're off the road, I feel like, more than they're on the road, but they're crushing us on time. So we gotta really start thinking about picking up the pace. And my main goal is to get the notes as good as we can. And when we're in the hunt for the actual race win, to be able to utilize it. But at the same time, we want to win stages. So we'll see what happens. We'll talk to Christy and the team and go from there.
Yep. How's everything gelling? I mean, back in the car, you and Christy, everything flowing well?
Everything's flowing really well. It's difficult for as a co-driver right now because a lot of times I'll slow down more than I need to or more than she thinks I need to for the corner, because we'll have 5 or 6 corners or half mile of really good terrain, and then I'll start slowing down and she'll repeat the notes thinking that so we're working on a few things, but definitely I feel really good in the car with her, and it's gonna we'll pick it up.
All right, thanks a lot, Travis.
Thank you.
All right, catching up here with Ramin pulling into First Service Park, day number 2. It's got to feel good to get some stage miles under you. How's everything flowing today?
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like a big accomplishment here to get to the first service today. But that's just, after yesterday, small mistake, big consequences, and had to do a full system reboot here for myself. And started off slow and steady. Conditions out there are pretty mixed, and I just didn't want to make another mistake. So we just got through it, and we got some time to make up on stage-by-stage basis with the top guys. We're quite a bit we're off their pace right now, but it's all about confidence and gaining that back over the course of today, and that'll be our goal. So hopefully by the end of the day, we'll be going fast.
All right, well, thanks a lot, Ramin. Short service. We'll let you take a break.
Thank you.
All right, catching up here with David Higgins, first service. How's everything going out there? You got to be pretty happy with the pace and leading things.
Yeah, it's really good. Obviously, being first on the road when the conditions are very muddy, it's difficult because you're the first car to find everything. So you leave a lot of marks, so it's very easy to sort of copy and follow. But it was super tough, to be honest. It was. They're not my 2 favourite stages, those last 2. So I'm really happy to come out with them and still be in a strong position.
So, talking about tire choice, I know we were talking earlier today, especially with the wet conditions and talking about soft versus hard tires, it's really going to come into play later on today, do you think?
I think the problem will come in more of the weather state of this, because we'll run out of softs. That's the problem we're going to have. So, but if it stays very wet, then the wear isn't so bad. So we've got to be a little bit managing them, but otherwise we're pretty good.
All right, thanks a lot, David. All right, we got Adam Yeoman here, first service, short service, day number 2. How'd everything go this morning?
Yeah, the stages are quite a bit trickier than I expected. Really slippery out there in spots, but good grip in other spots, so it's kind of hard to judge. So yeah, no problems. We just backed off a little to save the car. We're so safe in third that this doesn't make any sense to go out there and risk and push hard. So I'm hoping this next loop of stages will be a little drier and a little more grip, and we can have some fun. And we'll just keep on cracking.
All right, so it's been tough deciding on tires with the mix of conditions that we've seen so far this rally.
Yeah, for sure, because now we go on a really long loop, and so where the soft tires were great this morning in the wet, we're not sure exactly what the conditions are. With it being so long, you don't want to get stuck out there for a long time. So yeah, we're just going on harder tire, and then we'll do this loop again so we can revisit that and make a good decision for the second loop.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Adam. Good luck.
Cool, thanks.
All right, catching up here, David Sterks, first service. How's everything going out there, David?
It was very slippery. The first stage didn't went too well. The second stage was better, but I don't know. It's very difficult to find the right tires, the right everything. So we're definitely doing better than yesterday, but not good enough to me.
Yeah, definitely a challenging rally with a change in weather, and you really don't know what to expect this afternoon.
Well, yeah, and I didn't do the rally, so they're all new stages for me, and we took brand new notes ourselves. And with one pass, it's hard to be committed in the high speed because we couldn't verify them. So it's okay. I mean.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, David. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, here with Nick Roberts, just finishing up first couple stages, day number 2. How'd it go out there?
It was going right, not as well as we'd hoped. Unfortunately, got out there in the first stage of the day and launched, and unfortunately, just instantly down on power. So something went wrong on the turbo of the engine, and then had no power on stage 2 of the day. Basically, probably going 30 miles an hour through the whole stage, and just an unfortunate day. So I think we're done for the day. I think the engine seized up. I think the turbo went. The engine's probably gone. We'll find out here in a bit. But just not my weekend. But we're having fun, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, for sure. Well, hopefully we can see this thing back out there, and if so, good luck.
Oh yeah, Ojibwe is my hometown event, so I'm looking forward to being out there for that one for sure. If we can't get back out, but and thanks for Peter and Patello, those guys. They gave us a tow back, so. All in all, it's been a fun weekend, even with the bad luck. But good luck to the other guys.
All right, thanks, Nick. All right, catching up here with Ken Block, finishing up first couple of stages of day number 2. How'd everything go out there, Ken?
Well, good. It's quite slippery today. It rained a lot last night, and I really like those first 2 stages. They're nice and twisty and a little bit more of a challenge to kind of link turns and that sort of thing. So enjoyed it. Took a few seconds out of David, which is better than losing a second a mile. So made a few improvements with the car, and I think our car just works really good on that type of stage. But still got a lot to go to catch him. But at least we're going the right direction, and see if we can improve the car anymore and gain some more back.
Yeah. Well, I know you guys had to declare tires yesterday. How's that going to come into play today with the rain and that, and limited selection of tires?
It's going okay. I mean, it's all about tire management, and luckily yesterday we didn't get a whole lot of wear. With just 30 miles, so it's working out okay for us. I don't see any issue with it at all.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Ken. Good luck the rest of the day.
Thank you.
All right, we've got Peter Fatella here, first service park, day number 2. How'd everything go this morning?
Stages, today was a lot of rain, so stages is not in a pretty good condition because wet, sleepy, and loose. But we changed right now. We borrowed 2 tires from the Nick Roberts right now because both tires up front. We carried one, the other got this the big bulb. But we don't have much time right now to fix the car because only 20 minutes. But everything is good, looks good.
All right, well, good luck the rest of the day. We'll catch up with you next service. Have a little more time then.
Thank you, Jim. All right. Thank you, buddy.
All right, we're here with Jeff Sehorn. Take us through this morning's stages.
First stage was pretty rough. Definitely didn't help us out to be back a little bit farther because the road got tore up really quick because they had graded it. I was hoping it was going to be tacky like the service or the transit road that we came in on, but it was super rough and loose, completely different than anything I've ever been on. So it took probably about 3 miles just to figure out my bearings there, and then we struggled through that stage. I think we cleaned it up in the middle, and then we struggled again towards the end. But I think it was a decent time. I think everyone probably struggled on that stage, and then we cruised on to the second stage and put down a pretty good time there. It was completely different, nice and tacky, predictable. You could set the car in. Tires felt great. My Maxxis, first time around the Maxxis soft, and I knew I was going to need them over here because it rains a lot, and so the soft compound's working great. Car's hooking, suspension's great. Barrett stuff is awesome, and we're performing really well on them. So.
All right, well, thanks a lot. Good luck on these next couple stages.
Yeah, I just want to thank iRally, too, for putting up their donation and supporting me to come over here. It's been a great experience, and just tons of fun. These are some of the funnest roads I've been on, so I just want to thank you to iRally.
All right, well, thanks a lot, and good luck. We'll catch up with you next service.
Yep, thanks, Jim.
All right, catching up here with Troy Miller, pulling into first service day number 2. I know we weren't able to catch up with you yesterday evening. What was the story yesterday?
Yeah, so we were down on power on stage 1, and we thought we solved it in service. Turns out we didn't. So about 5 miles into stage 2, the engine has died. We ended up finding out it was our ignition coil. So that was good news because we don't have a spare engine, but we had a spare ignition coil. So luckily we were able to get that solved, and we super rallied today, so we're back on the road.
Other than that, car running good. How were the stages this morning?
Good. With all the rain last night, I didn't know what to expect. They turned out to be a lot better than I thought. It's a little wet, but very consistent. So it's not like one corner is ice and the other is tons of grip.
All right. Well, I know quite a few stages left today. See if you can make up some time. And looks like you're probably going to have a fun battle here with your teammate Cameron.
Yeah, it should be real fun. Thank you.
All right, we got Cameron Steele here. Take us through the morning. I know Troy's story now. What was your story yesterday?
Yeah, we broke both axles, and it was kind of funny. We actually DNF'd right by Troy. We came through a corner, started up the hill, broke one axle, and I was like, all right, well, maybe we can limp this towards the end. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, there's triangles. Oh, there's Troy. And snap, the other axle went. So I was like, all right. So we coasted in, parked right next to him, and we were stuck on stage together. So it was kind of funny, but kind of sucked at the same time, both of us out.
Yeah, I was talking with somebody, and they went by, I think it was shortly after, and they're like, it was so bizarre how they were parked next to each other. It's like they pulled over to have a few beers or something.
Yeah, it was. We joked. We're like, oh, man, we just wanted to stop in the middle of stage 2, have a team meeting, discuss on how we wanted to do day 2 attack. And, actually it kind of worked out. Right now we're sitting ahead of Will Hudson because we saw him go off in the ditch. So we're like, oh, yeah, he's probably lost 8 minutes. So we're like, let's DNF. No, I'm just kidding. But right now it was, it was kind of one of those funny instances how that happened.
So outlook for the rest of the day. Obviously, you and Troy going to have a nice battle between each other. It's going to be a little fun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he got us on the first couple stages, so we're going to have to step up our game a little bit. I wanted to kind of see the conditions. Took it a little easy. So now we know what they kind of are, and we got to step it up because Troy got us some time on us. So.
All right, well, thanks a lot, and good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We got Steve LaRosa here pulling in. How's everything going? I know haven't seen any times. I know you were pretty solid in second behind Brendo.
Yeah, it's going good. Those first 2 stages were real slick, so they were good wake-up stages, let me tell you. Little conservative on stage 4. Stage 5, we turned it up and had a good time, I think. For us, it was a good time anyway. So we're just going to let the chips fall where they may and not take any real hard chances on these slick roads, and it may dry out here, but I hear we're going to get some good hard rain at around 2, so we'll just see what happens.
Yeah, definitely. Play with tire choice at all. I mean, all the weather you're getting.
Yeah, we've done a little grooving. We may do a little more grooving at the next service, depending on the weather. But right now, the tires worked really well in the first 2 stages. The Maxxis Victras are hooking up super sweet, and the car's running really good. I mean, that little Ford Fiesta just has great torque, and in these conditions, torque's a huge help. So it's working really well.
All right, well, thanks a lot, Steve, and good luck.
Thanks, Jim. Appreciate it.
All right, here in the Honda pit, or Honda service park, I should say. Off-road lingo's coming into play here, but got to ask you guys had to do anything to the car yet? Even put gas in it?
We put a little bit of gas in last night before Parc Fermé, so we got a full tank again. Yeah, we didn't do really anything. We put on some fresh tires for the wet conditions here, and yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
How were the conditions? Yesterday we had just brutal dust, and then today it's just muddy and slimy, from what I understand.
Yeah, it's pretty soupy in a lot of places, especially at tight corners. The bigger cars are really loaming up the dirt a little bit, but honestly, everything's still going good, and the nice thing is there's no dust, so we can't complain about that.
So, outlook on the rest of the day. You got, I guess, a couple of groups of 3 stages. I mean, you're pretty solid in the B-Spec lead. 2-wheel drive, you're kind of right in the mix as well.
Yeah, we're going to have to be keeping an eye out behind us. Gustav, he's really picking up his pace, so we're going to have to be watching out for him. And also we're going to try and keep off some of the 2-wheel drive guys that had misfortune yesterday to see if we can stay up in the middle of the pack here where we are right now. But, we're just going to try and run a clean race and get to the finish.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, James.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
All right, catching up here with Phil Hall from the UK, checking out Rally America. What brings you out here, Phil?
Well, I came over last year for this exact event, and it was absolutely awesome. Unfortunately, I've had commitments this year in the UK to do rallies, but I'm looking for next year, and hopefully we can sort something out to come out to Rally America in 2016.
Yeah. Well, I know you've done a lot of rallies in your career. I mean, we always like to get people's input on Rally America. What do you think about this series?
It's a fantastic series with a massive diversity of events, truly national, all the way across east to west coast. So it's really great to see the different types of events going on, and also different surfaces, like you've got snow and ice and gravel events. It's just a fantastic rally.
Well, what's left for you this year? I know you talked about possibly a WRC round later on in the year.
Yeah, I'm going out to WRC Australia in September, which is going to be really awesome. Doing it in a Fiesta R2 with a guy called Reese Pinter, who's running in the Australian Championship. It's a fantastic opportunity for me and a great experience.
All right, well, thanks, and hope you enjoy the rest of the rally.
Thank you very much. Speak to you soon.
All right, and that is it here from First Service Park Day number 2, 2015 New England Forest Rally, 25th Annual New England Forest Rally. Man, you heard the stories from the service. Like I said before, this is a very, very short service, 20-minute service. Drivers just got enough time to get out, go to the bathroom, grab something to eat, and jump back in the car. Thrashing around. Most of the cars already back out on stage. Just the last straggling regional entries just pulling in now. But, man, those wet conditions, as you heard it from these drivers, definitely playing with the field a bit, changing things up from yesterday. So should be interesting to see as they go out in this next grouping of 3 stages to see how things play out. But definitely a solid start to the day. Bummer to hear about the problems with Nick Roberts. Sounds like they're going to get the car back going. I guess even if he misses his 20 minutes, in the service park, they have an additional 30 they can take for a huge penalty. According to Nick, they're just going to try and take that penalty, get the car back out, and see if they can finish the event and salvage points. It's not about speed at this point. It's all about points and finishing for Nick Roberts. So I think that's the big storyline today. Other than that, I haven't heard of any cars. Very minor, small mechanicals here and there, but nothing major. So should make for a great rest of the day, a great rally day, and as we always say, you never can tell with this rally weather what can happen. Sun could come out, dry things up. We could get more rain. At this point, it's all up in the air. I know it is pretty cloudy. Some dark skies off in the distance, but that doesn't mean much up here in Maine at this point. But, this has been Jim Beaver, Rally America Radio. Be sure to check out rally-america.com. For all the updates that we'll be posting throughout the day. Follow Rally America on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and our friends at iRally. Download that app today for your Apple mobile device and follow them on Twitter. I do apologize. I'm fair warning, giving you guys warning. It is 0 reception here, so we're working off some remote satellites and driving and trying to find service. So if things are delayed, that is the reason. We're generally just fighting issues out here in the remote woods of Maine. So bear with us, but we will be back at you with more from the second service here at the 2015 New England Forest Rally, round 6 of the 2015 Rally America National Championship. Game on.
The Subaru WRX and WRX STI. A 268-horsepower turbocharged Subaru Boxer engine rockets the WRX around corners and down straightaways. A race-ready 305-horsepower turbocharged Subaru Boxer engine keeps the WRX STI a rally legend. The Subaru WRX and WRX STI. It's not a sibling rivalry. It's a tag team. Get the latest from Subaru Rally Team USA at Subaru.com/rally.